Hello, this is Sonja friend Yule, your master trainer from Core Health and Fitness. I'm here with our Change It Up daily workout series. I have my assistant here, Alexa Yule. She's going to help me demonstrate and go through the workout with you today. This is going to be a Tabata style workout. So a little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio, all appropriately managed with the interval sets. What I want to make sure is that if you have any injuries, especially with your joints, so knee, shoulder, neck, hip, please do what's right for you. There are modifications we can do for most all these exercises. You're going to see us using a few pieces of equipment, but it's all home stuff. It's a band, a medicine ball, a PVC pipe, which actually you could use a broom handle or mop handle instead. And we have a stability ball as well. And I'll show you or suggest different things that you might have around the house if you don't have those particular items. But I think at this point, a lot of us have some of these basic pieces of home exercise equipment. So if you've got them, let's use them. We're going to go through 3 segments today. Our first segment is going to focus, or first we're going to have a warm up, obviously, that'll be mobility. And then we're going to go into our first segment, which will focus on back and shoulders. Then we will go into our next segment, which is going to focus on legs and glutes. And our third segment of the workout is going to focus on chest and triceps. Most likely we'll get through 2 rounds of those 3 segments, and we'll take appropriate rest between. But no, we're not going to take a lot of rest between each of the exercises per muscle group, because I want to make sure that we're getting the result of that fatigue, okay? Do what's best for you though. You're the boss in your own home, so if you're feeling over fatigued or breathless, I want you to slow down, take a break, get a drink, and come back in when you're ready. So we're going to get you started, and we hope you have a great workout. Okay, Alexa, let's get this going. Come on back here. So we're going to start with the PVC pipes. Again, you guys, a broom handle or a mop handle would be perfect. You're going to want to start with the pipe down in front of you, and arms straight down. Try to make sure you're distributed evenly where you're gripping the pipe or the mop or the broom handle. And then you're going to bring it, Alexa will demonstrate, you're going to bring it up and over your shoulders and behind your back. Okay, and then all the way back in front. She's going to do that 8 times. And what we're doing here is trying to loosen up the shoulder girdle, get some mobility and some circulation. And she's going to try to come all the way back to her shoulder blades. But if you can't do that, that's okay. You do what's right for you. One more time, Alexa. Bring it right in front of you, all the way, drop it down to your thighs. Good. Now we're going to do, I just call it around the world. And that's simply taking the PVC pipe or the broom or the mop and going in front and then behind, around, and back in front, okay? So Alexa's in a better position. You can see her. She's going to do 4 to one direction, slowly. Good. And she's going to go 4 the other direction now. This is just to make sure that shoulder girdle, upper chest areas, and arms are nice and loose for the work that's to come. Good. Okay? Done with that. Now we're going to do a very basic compound muscle movement. So what we're going to do, Alexa, if you'll step off to the side, I want to make sure they can see from the side view as well, and you can do it from the front view. So what we're going to do here is a basic squat. So remember, before you squat, the first joint that moves is going to bear the weight, so that we want that to be our hips and glutes. So you're going to shift back with your hips, then bend the knees, come on down, bringing the pipe down with you, back up, and then press overhead. Okay, so it's just those 2 basic movements, down, up, down, and up. Let's do 5 more of those. Good. Down and up, down and up. 3 more. Down and up. Don't forget that hip shift. We're just loosening up the joints, getting our heart rate up a little bit, making sure our muscles are warm. Okay, and relax. For our last movement with this, I just call it tick-tock. But it's nice to get the obliques and the torso warmed up and get a little stretch in there. So Alexa, I'm going to have you demonstrate. She's going to start with the PVC pipe or your mop or broom handle straight overhead. And she's going to even it up a little bit. There we go. She's going to keep super straight arms and lean her torso to the right, come back to center, to the left, back to center, to the right. We're going to go 4 times each way. Center, left, center. 2 more. Right, center, left, get a good stretch, center. Last one. right. Remember, your arms are straight, center, left, and center. Bring it down. Good. Okay, we're going to set these down. And I am going to grab, we're going to go to the first set, which I mentioned was back and shoulders. So I have here, guys, just a simple resistance band. It's about medium resistance. It's got handles. So we're going to use this today. If you don't have a sturdy enough piece of furniture that's at the right height that you could wrap your band around, then you can always use, if you have a wonderful friend or family member in your home, you get to use them, okay? So I'm going to use Alexa here. I'm going to demonstrate the first set. Alexa, we're going to stand on the mat so they can see. Okay, she's going to bend her knees and get ready to brace because I'm going to pull on her. So it's actually good core strength for even the person who's helping you with the movement, okay? So from here, I'm going to bend my knees a little bit, but my upper body posture is very straight. I call it soldier-like posture, okay? Which means my chest is up, my shoulders are back, and I'm going to row. So Alexa, you're going to have to sit back because I'm going to pull. That's a girl. Good. Now, when you're rowing, this is a basic row. Sit back, okay? You're going to exhale on the pull, and you're going to inhale on the release. Get ready. Sit back. You're going to exhale on the pull. See how my elbows are going behind me? Inhale and release. We have a weight differential here because I happen to weigh a bit more than my daughter. So I'm going to actually have her do the exercise so that the heavier weighted person is the one doing the resistance. Okay, so you're just gonna stand up nice and tall with your upper body, row, and extend back out. You're gonna do 12 of those. We're doing 12 reps, guys. So if you haven't already done your 12, you can finish here. I like it if you keep your thumbs facing up, palms facing each other. Remember, with the resistance band, the farther away you are from the anchor, which is me in this particular instance, the harder the resistance or stronger it's going to be. So if it's too easy for you, simply move back away from whatever the band is anchored to. Let's do 2 more, 1 more. Good, okay, relax. Now I'm gonna have her, for the second movement, there's 3 movements to this one. She's gonna take the band again, handles again. She's gonna take a big step back because this particular movement happens to be easier than the first one. She's going to bend over at the waist, okay? And with straight arms, she's gonna pull and alternate her arms now, okay? Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. We're doing 12 each arm. Nice and full pulls, good. So as you can see here, we're working the shoulder, we're working the upper arms into the bicep, and a little bit of the upper back. Get in anywhere from 10 to 15 reps each arm. That's good, Alexa. And then come up and take a brief rest, okay? Just catch your breath. Now the final one we're going to do here is what I call it a swimmer's press because you're really pulling down and you're using actually even underneath the muscles underneath the bicep a bit, right where we like to get a little bit of that flab. So Alexa, take a big step back. That's good right there. Feet should be together. You're going to bend over again. Palms are going to face down. She's going to pull back towards her legs, and this is harder than it looks, you guys, okay? So you want straight arms. Try to keep your elbows straight, Alexa. There you go. Exhale on the pull. Good. This is harder than it looks. 3. Exhale. 4. Remember, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. 5. Exhale. 6. Keep those elbows straight. 7. Good. Exhale. 8. I know it's burning. 9. You're doing good. 10. 11. Want to stop at 12? 12. Good. Rest. Shake it out. Okay. So that was the first segment, which is back and shoulders with the band, okay? So now we've got to give our upper body a break, so we're going to move right into lower body work. I'm going to start with the medicine ball here, and I'm going to have Alexa just stand. She's going to give you the body weight version of this, because if you don't have a medicine ball, guys, anything that weighs a few pounds, I mean anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds would be great. Bag of rice, bag of potatoes, big jug of water or milk, something along those lines. Sandbag, anything you've got will help, okay? But body weight's okay too. So we're going to start with a basic sumo squat, and we're going to go into an overhead reach with this. So we're going to go squat, reach, squat, reach. Alexa, you can join with me with just body weight, okay? Here we go. Squat, reach, squat, reach. Squat, reach. I'm going to do 8 more reps from here. So again, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps will be good, guys. The number's arbitrary. It's really about when you start to feel the fatigue and how well you can push past that, okay? Couple more. Good, and relax, okay. So now, our second exercise for the lower body. We want to think about something that's going to make us have to work on our balance a little bit and use a single leg variation, which means at some point in the exercise, we are balancing, stabilizing, and working just one leg, or at least one leg harder than the other, okay? So for that today, we're going to do reverse lunges. So I'm going to do it holding the medicine ball. Alexa's going to do it with body weight because they're both somewhat challenging depending on how long you hold the lunge, how deep you go, and how fast you go, okay? So that all you can vary for yourself. So we're going to start here in front of the mat, all right? And we're going to take a big step back. Make sure we're stable first, right? And then come up. We're going to alternate legs, and let's do 10 each leg. Make sure that when you step back up, you come up to a full standing, good posture position. Shoulders back, chest up, eyes forward. And then as you lunge back, you take a big enough step back where when you're in the final lunge position, that knee is over your ankle. And you don't want to be pushing it over your toes. Good. How you doing, Alexa? Good? Okay. Good. This is great. Actually, I'm really glad Alexa could join me today because it's proof positive that all of these exercises are fantastic for youth too, for our kids. Because a lot of them are just body weight or smaller resistance accessories that will be healthy and safe for them. Okay, lunges are done. The third exercise in this, we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive and we're gonna do 2 variations. So Alexa is going to do jump squats because she's very young, she's only 11, so her joints can definitely take it. I'm gonna do speed squats to show you a modification on that, okay? So Alexa, you're literally gonna just do like come back and you can stay on the mat so it's soft. Okay, stop for now. You're gonna go for anywhere from 6 to 10 of those. I'm gonna do speed squats. I'm gonna face sideways so you can see also the proper form from there. When I say go, we'll do them, okay? All right, ready? And go. 6 to 10 you're gonna do, okay? Good, okay, you did it, good job. Okay, take a bit of a break, you guys. I'm gonna give you at least a minute or two. If you have a drink and you need it, take it now. While you're taking your break and catching your breath, I'm gonna go through our third set, which is, or I'm sorry, our third muscle grouping, which is gonna be our chest and triceps, okay? That's the focus of these. So for this one, if you have an anchor that you're using, such as a heavy piece of furniture or a doorway, you're gonna face away from that anchor. In this case, Alexa, I'm gonna try to use you as an anchor again so I can demonstrate. So you're gonna stand back here on your mat. You guys keep recovering while I demonstrate, and then I'll start you all together, okay? So now you're gonna really have to brace yourself. Okay, so you can put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. For me, I'm gonna start with alternating presses. Now here's the thing, guys. You don't wanna let your torso twist. I'm not saying that, you know, a torso rotation is a bad thing. We need that for sure in our movement patterns. But for this particular exercise, I want you to use your core as well as your upper body, arms, and chest to resist the rotation because that'll help it get a better workout, okay? So I have 1 foot forward, I have 1 foot back. I'm in a straddled position. I'm gonna press. I'm gonna do 12 each arm. Remember, if I wanted to work harder and get more resistance, I would just step farther away from Alexa. You're gonna exhale as you extend out. Inhale as the arm comes back in. Okay. I'm gonna do a few more. You guys should be doing these with me at this point, okay? All right. Now, from there, to give that front leg a break, I'm gonna switch legs. Now I'm gonna go into flies. So sometimes flies, it can be a little more challenging than a regular press, so be prepared for that. So Alexa, you're gonna get ready to really brace yourself, okay? Here I am, and I'm gonna come into fly. So remember, a chest fly, you wanna keep it chest tight. You're gonna inhale, and exhale as you pull, okay? And when you do this, just wait 1 second. When you do this one, make sure that you're keeping a slight bend in your elbows and as if you're hugging a big circle, okay? I'm gonna do 4 more, and then I'm gonna let Alexa take a break. 3, 2, get that burn. 1, relax. Alexa's gonna take a break for a second, okay? And then our final exercise of this third round, focusing on the chest and the triceps, is just gonna be simply push-ups, all right? So push-ups, you've got a lot of choices, guys, depending on how fit you are and how you're feeling today. We have your basic push-up, which is when you have hands on the ground, you're up on the toes of your feet, your elbows are over your shoulders, and ideally, as you lower yourself, the elbow should point a little bit diagonally back, like a 45-degree angle. Coming straight out to the side is okay, but it's a little more beneficial for your joints and your muscular development if you had about a 45-degree angle. It's also more challenging on your triceps. So that's one option. Of course, the other option we always have, you can go to your knees, okay? If you do that, you still want to make sure shoulders are over wrists and your body weight's distributed evenly, so your butt's not up like this. You're long, you have a long body length as how it distributes over your body, okay? You can also do incline or decline if you have a bench or a desk in the house. That would be okay too. Take some pressure off your low back. I'm gonna do these upright here, okay? And I'm gonna do 10. You guys do anything 10 to 15 would be a great number. And exhale on the push-up. Inhale on the way down. Pull that belly button in. Tuck the tailbone. I might have done a bonus one, I'm not sure. I didn't want to shortchange you, so. Okay, take a mini break. So that was a full set of the 3 rounds, okay? Of the 3 different muscle groupings. So now we're gonna go back to the very top after our break and go back to our shoulders and back to that first segment, okay? Alexa, can you help me with this one again? Come on back in. I'm gonna give everybody another minute to get a drink of water or just recover a little bit. Hopefully your heart rates are up by now. You're feeling warm, you're starting to sweat a little bit. Okay, do you want me to be the anchor? You're gonna be the anchor. I'm gonna be the anchor, yeah. Okay, so I'm the anchor for Alexa, so I'm gonna brace. She's going to row back and release. She's gonna do 12 reps. Exhale, inhale, she's standing nice and tall. Her shoulders are back, her chest is up, her eyes are forward. She's using her core to stabilize. She has 4 to go. Good. Palms are facing each other, thumbs are up. One more, Alexa, don't lean back too much, use your back. There you go. Now you're gonna take a bigger step back, okay? Because this one's a little bit easier. And this is one where you're gonna bend over at your waist, right? And she's gonna alternate rows, single arms, not letting her torso twist too much. There you go, elbows all the way back. Good, get mad at it. Good. Okay, good. Again, 10 to 15 each arm is great. Don't get sloppy with it, get nice and form is everything. Good, okay, brief rest. Then we're gonna go back into those chops, okay? Do you want me to do the chops? You be my anchor? Okay. So she's gonna brace herself. I'm pretty good at chops, so you should probably be ready. Okay, there's nothing like having a mom as a coach or fitness instructor. I'm sure she is thankful for that every day. Okay, I'm kidding. Here we go, ready? I'm gonna go for 12 reps of these. 1, 2, arms are straight. 3, 4, 5, pull the belly button in. 6 to help stabilize. 8, 9, get a burn in those shoulders. 10, 11, 12, I'm going for 15, 13, 14, 15. Good job. Okay, take a breather, guys. That was our second round of shoulders and back work. We gotta do legs again, legs and glutes. You'll find that when you work your legs and glutes, lower body is the biggest muscles in the body, so you're bearing more of your own weight, you're working a larger set of muscles. your heart rate's gonna go up as well, which is good, right? Because you get more bang for your buck that way. So would you like to do the medicine ball this time?
Yeah.
Sure? Okay, all right. It's a 10-pound medicine ball, by the way. It has handles. But again, anything you have around the house that weighs anything from 5 to 15 pounds would work great. So I'll be the body weight example this time. Alexa's gonna be the weighted example. And again, we're just gonna squat, overhead press the weight. Squat, overhead press the weight. 3. And you're exhaling as you come up. 4. Don't forget that hip shift when you squat, okay? It's very important. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more, Alexa. 11 and 12. Rest. Good. Catch your breath, okay? The second one again is our reverse lunges. Remember on this one, when you step back into that lunge, make sure at the final phase of it that the hip and the knee are in alignment, okay? And at the front leg, the knee is over the ankle, not over the toe, okay? So you're looking for that 90-degree angle. And it's a bit of balance, so take your time. Don't rush the alternating of the legs. Ready? Okay. So here we go. Take a big step back with the right leg. Come forward. Switch legs. We're going to do 10 on each leg. There's 2. Every time we come back to standing, our posture is upright, our eyes are forward. But before we push back off, we're making sure we're stable. Safety first, always. Good job, guys. Heart rate should be up on these, at least a little bit. Alexa, I've lost count. What should we do? We're gonna do 1 more each leg. Good. And rest, okay? Recover for a sec. Okay. Done with the weight, unless you're really aggressive. You could use your, you could do jump squats with your weight if you had a good handle on it, I guess. Right? Okay, so Alexa, do you want me to do the jump squats or do you want to do it? Yeah. I'm going to do it this time. So Alexa's going to do stationary speed squats over here. I'm going to actually get off the ground and do the jump squats. Remember, on jump squats, it's not so much about getting super high. It's about when you push off, that you push off up on the balls of your feet and you land soft. So you have control the whole time. You're not letting gravity control you, okay? So you're going to face the camera, honey. You're doing just a super fast for 10. I'm going to do jump squats. Jump squats anywhere from 6 to 10 is fantastic for what we're doing here, okay? Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Woo! Good job. Good job, everybody. Take a breather. I'm going to give you a good 2 minutes between that one so you can grab a drink. You can stretch a little bit. Check the time. You know, lower body stuff is a great way, especially for, I find for women, if you're trying to grow muscle in your legs, as long as you're eating enough protein every day and recovering properly, you can work your legs, depending what your goals are, 5, 6 days a week, doing different things, some functional movement, some pure strength movement. But, you know, as I mentioned before, they're the largest muscles in your body. So the more developed and fit you can get your lower body, it will also help you from a weight management standpoint. Calorie burn, and you'll find you'll have more power too. So, and you know, if you're standing, you're using your core. So working the lower body is still utilizing the core as well. Okay, I think I've talked enough to give you enough for a rest. So we're gonna go into our upper chest and triceps again. Do you want to be the one that does it this time?
No.
You want to be my anchor? Okay. Last time, okay? All right, so remember, you have your anchor, could be your friend, your family member, or a piece of furniture. And then you're going to step out in front with one leg, the other leg's going to stay back, all right? Your palms are going to be facing down, and you're going to alternate the presses. So we're right, left. There's 3, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps per arm. Exhale on the way out, inhale on the way back. Alexa's bracing herself. She's going to sit back a little bit to give me enough of an anchor resistance. I'm going to do a couple more each arm, guys. Okay, and relax. I still have to do the flies. So on the flies, I'm going to switch legs and give that front leg a little bit of a break. And remember, as you do this, you want a slight bend in the elbow, And then you're gonna aim either for chest height or just higher than chest height. You're gonna have to really sit back, honey. There you go. You're gonna exhale as you come out, inhale as you go back, okay? Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Pretend, I mean literally visualize you are hugging a circle. Hugging a circle, a big ball, okay? You wanna get that fatigue in the upper chest, into the arms, then you'll know you're doing it right. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax. Thank you, Alexa. Okay, last exercise for this chest and tricep segment is our push-ups. Alexa, would you like to demo the push-ups? Okay, so Alexa's gonna do the push-ups. She's been practicing them a lot in track practice as well, so she's ready. So how are you gonna do them off your knees, yeah? Okay, so standard push-up, remember, however you do them for you is best, just make sure you're protecting that low back by pulling in the belly button and squeezing your glutes, tuck the tailbone. We're gonna do 10, honey, good. 3 to go, you got it. If you wanna go to 12, it's up to you. You're good? Okay, she's a smart kid. Okay, she's not tempted by too many challenges. Okay, so that is we have done each of the 3 segments. We've done them twice through. You know what, you guys, you could easily go for a 3rd set. What we're gonna do now is do a bonus round, and I'm gonna change up the exercises just a little bit in our bonus round, okay? So you could do this, or you can just do the normal 3 segments for a final set. Alexa, let's do a bonus round. We're gonna do just a little bit different, okay? So for back and shoulders this time, I'm gonna have you take the ball, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can do be your own resistance on with the band, okay? So Alexa, you're gonna do an overhead press with the ball, just a simple overhead press, like shoulder press, straight up, yep. And you're gonna do it 10 times, okay? I'm gonna do a press with the band 10 times. I've got 1 foot stepping on the middle of the band because this is a relatively strong band, so I think 2 would be too much. All right, 8 to 10 reps, whatever feels good, okay? Here we go. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Go at your own pace. Good posture always. Good form. Almost there. Alexa's done. I've got 1 more, I think. Good, okay? Now, for the next one, Alexa, I'm gonna have you take a break off to the side, okay? Because they're gonna need to see the full length, and I'm gonna sit down. So if you're by yourself and you don't have any heavy furniture and you still need an option to do rows for your back, you can sit down with the band, stretch those legs out all the way in front of you. If your band appears to be too long or you have long arms, you can choke up on it, okay? Get more resistance, and you're gonna row from here, okay? So again, exhale on the hard part, inhale on the release. Let's do 12 of these. 5, 6, my upper body has very good erect posture for these. I'm gonna do a couple more so that feels good. As you pull the band back, think about squeezing a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Hold it for a second, an isometric contraction. It means a holding contraction, and then release, okay? Good. So that was those. And then as a last option, I'll show you, and you could do this with a ball too, or a heavy weight of, a bag of something heavy. Certainly jugs, heavy jugs would work for, of liquid would work for this. But I'm gonna hold my bands. Now I've got 2 feet on the bands, and I'm gonna do upright rows. And on this, I'm gonna make sure that my elbows are higher than my shoulders. So I'm gonna feel this in my trapezius muscles, definitely my main shoulder muscles, the deltoids, and a little bit in the upper back as well. I'm gonna do 4 more. 4, 3. My palms are facing away from me, okay? 1 more. Elbows higher than shoulders, good. Okay, so that was shoulders and back. For the legs, if you have a stability ball, which looks something like this, okay? Alexa, would you like to be my assistant on this? I'll do the work. If you would just make sure the ball doesn't go flying, that would be great. Okay, you can stay right there and do it. Okay, so for this one, if you're alone, put your ball up against something that could stabilize it if you haven't done these before, until you get a little bit more balance with the actual movement of the ball. But for me, I'm gonna have it come just where my heels and my ankles and the bottom of my calves are resting on the ball with a straight leg, okay? This is great. These next 3 exercises I'm gonna show you for the lower body are all for your posterior chain, the backside, which quite honestly doesn't get enough work. So this is gonna give it some much needed work that will help you running, walking, and just be more fit and stable, okay? So from here, I'm gonna lift my butt off the ground, squeeze the glutes at the top, and then roll gently down my spine to come back down. I'm gonna do 10 of those. So they're basically just bridges, but with my feet balancing, my heels balancing on a stability ball. So it adds a little bit of work. You squeeze the glutes at the top, you're gonna wake them up. There we go, okay. The second movement, and this quite honestly for me is the hardest, it's for your hamstrings, the back of the leg, the upper back of the leg. So I'm gonna go back up into that bridge. I'm gonna bend my knees, and Alexa's gonna let go of the ball. She's giving me extra resistance, which is kind of good, but this is hard enough without it. And you're gonna roll the ball in towards your glutes. Now, I could be higher here possibly in my hips. I have to work on my hamstrings. I have a lot of old injuries and some scar tissue, so I'm a work in progress. But the idea here is to keep your hips high, and that way you'll really feel it where you need it, in the back top area of those hamstrings. I'm gonna do 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Okay, last one. This one, Alexa's gonna make sure the ball doesn't move for me. This one, you wanna actually move your feet so that the middle, that your arch of your foot up into the ball of your foot, of each foot is on the ball and it's bracing you, okay? This is called a hip lift. My palms are flat on the floor, I'm lying down flat, my neck is lowered. And then now when I come up into that bridge, I don't get as high, but I immediately feel it. Not only in my hamstrings, but also in my quads a bit, and definitely my glutes, and even a little bit in the calves, okay? For some of you who are quite strong in the lower body, it might take several reps. You might need 20 reps. For me, I can start feeling this usually around 10 reps because I have an issue with the hamstrings. Make sure you exhale as you come up, give a little squeeze to the glutes, and then lower down, okay? It's a great way to work the back side of your legs and your butt when you don't have heavy equipment. I'm gonna do 3 more. Remember, number is arbitrary. It kind of comes about, it becomes about when you feel the fatigue and how you push past it. I'm gonna put my feet flat on the ground. I'm gonna grab my knees, pull them into my back, rock side to side, okay? And then exhale and come on up. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Last segment, but modified as a bonus round. We're gonna do those chest and triceps again. And we're gonna use the band once more, okay? But this time we're gonna use it for a tricep exercise. So you're actually gonna let one handle of the band just drop to the floor. You're gonna take that same side of the body, that foot, and put it anywhere from the middle of the band to maybe 3/4 towards the opposite end. Because what you're trying to do here is create resistance, but not too much for the opposite arm, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my wrist, that my elbow is facing you, my elbow is facing away from me, my palm is facing the ceiling, and from here, I'm gonna extend and straighten that arm, okay? If the band is rubbing against the back of your arm and that bothers you, you can kind of maneuver around to get a better placement. But if you have a heavy enough resistance band and you stepped in the right place, this should give you a good burn as long as you're isolated. Now on the other arm, I'm gonna face the side so you guys can see what that looks like from the side, okay? So again, I'm here, I'm gonna bend that elbow back so the elbow is facing away from me, and I'm gonna extend up, okay? You can even place your hand under the elbow to stabilize it, and also to make sure it isolates the tricep. Try to keep that palm facing up. Couple more. Good, okay? And then the last one for our chest triceps, and actually the last exercise of the day, I'm going to take the ball. I'm going to show you guys, this is purely optional. You could just do regular push-ups again, but I'm going to show you an option for using doing decline push-ups on the ball, okay? So Alexa, you might want to move because I don't want to kick you when I move out. Thanks, sweetie. And you're going to come out on the ball, okay? I like to position it right so it's right on my pelvis and into my hips. It's soft, so it's not going to bother you. And your hands are out in front of you. As always, wrists are under the shoulders. You're going to lower yourself down by bending those elbows and push all the way up, okay? If that's too easy, you can go ahead and roll yourself out a little bit more. So now the ball is more on my knees and just above my shins. And then you can lower yourself down, and as you'll see, you have to balance more. You have to use your core to stabilize more. And you're getting more weight that you're bearing as you lower yourself up and down in your triceps. So do anything from, I'd say 10 to 15 of these. I'm going to do 3 more. Good. And I realize I got cut off a little bit there with the furniture, but hopefully you guys can get the main idea. It's really some modification on how much weight you can bear of your own, okay? So we're getting close to the end here, guys. I just want to remind you to lower your heart rate down. You could either go for a walk outside now, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, lower your heart rate down if you worked really hard. If you're feeling really feisty, you could do a 4th round. But if you've had enough and you just want to cool down and stretch it out, a great stretch to do to kind of get everything feeling better and bring down your heart rate is that child's pose stretch. So you come down to your mat, you're lying with your toes pointed back and on top of the toes, okay? And then you're gonna spread the knees about shoulder width apart, walk your hands forward, fold yourself down, forehead to the mat. Deep breaths in through the nose, out of the mouth. And just imagine yourself melting into the mat more and more with each exhale. You want to hold this pose at least 30 seconds. A minute is great to get the best effects from it. And then come on up. It'll also stretch your quads a bit for you and the arches of your feet in this format here. Your toes are tucked under. Sit forward, eyes are forward, chest is up. Raise those arms up to elongate the spine, reach for the ceiling. Right hand's gonna grab the left elbow, bring it down behind your back, keep that chest up and your eyes forward. Exhale back out. Come back in, now we're gonna do the opposite arm. Elbow comes in, hand goes to the back. Pulling gently on that elbow with the opposite hand. Exhale back out. Now come off of your heels. Posture stays straight and tall. Bring the hands behind you, clasp them together. Roll the shoulders back. Very gently try to raise your hands up. Eyes are forward, chest is up. Keep that stretch active. Keep gently raising those hands. This is great for opening up your chest and the shoulder girdle a little bit, especially for those of us who are over our computers all day or even runners, because we're in that hunched over position a bit too much. Exhale, shake it out, let it roll out. One last one, guys, for lower body. I know we're inching up on time here, but let's just do one more. So get yourself in a kneeling lunge position. So knee is over the ankle, okay? Raise the opposite arm and lean forward into that. This is a great stretch for your hip flexors. A little bit into the groin area and the quad. Hold it anywhere from 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then you're gonna switch, okay? And I've even seen this where it's done more actively, so where you're kind of gently coming in and out of the stretch, that's fine too. Whatever works best for you. I'm raising this opposite arm because it helps me elongate even that side of the core and get a deeper stretch. And exhale. And then carefully come on up. That's what we've got for you today, guys. Stay safe, stay motivated, stay ready. Please check out our webpage, corehealthandfitness.com. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We've got plenty of things there to help you, whether you need some home fitness equipment, whether you need ideas for workouts. We've got it all there. So stay with us. We hope to see you again soon. Bye.